Greetings, fellow seekers of the past. Welcome to our channel, Social Omniverse. And today, we embark on an exhilarating journey through the pages of history, exploring the nuanced events that inspired the captivating narrative of Netflix's The Crown. If you're ready to dive into the depths of historical drama, hit that subscribe button and let's unfold the real stories behind the real drama. Before we jump into the riveting tales of history, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Our time-traveling adventures are just beginning, and you don't want to miss a single episode. Now let's step into the corridors of time and discover the intricacies hidden within the narrative of The Crown. How historically accurate is The Crown? The death of Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest-reigning monarch, has fueled renewed interest in the country's royal family. So has the latest season of Netflix's The Crown, which arrived November 9, 2022. The show depicts real-life events and people, but there are a few times in which showrunners took liberties, more than a few times. But what's real, and what's made up for the screen? We examined some of the most important moments of The Crown and researched which storylines were mostly real and which ones leaned more toward fiction. Did Princess Diana infuriate Charles with a dance? In The Crown, Princess Diana secretly plans to dance to Billy Joel's Uptown Girl with ballet dancer Wayne Sleep at the Royal Opera House. But Charles is furious at being upstaged by his popular wife. In real life, the event wasn't filmed, but it did really happen. Sleep has recounted how he trained with Diana before the performance. And while the audience went crazy, royal biographers have written that Charles really didn't like the performance and thought Diana was showing off. Did Diana roller skate through Buckingham Palace? In The Crown, Princess Diana moves into Buckingham Palace to receive lessons on royalty. She is seen roller skating through the palace. In real life, Crown producer Una O'Byrne has said that Diana loved roller skating and really did this. She also reportedly rode bicycles around the palace. Did Philip and Elizabeth fight over their last name? In The Crown, there's an ongoing conflict between Elizabeth and Philip, seen here portrayed by Matt Smith and Claire Foy, about what last name their children will take. Philip wants his family name of Mountbatten, not just the royal surname of Windsor. In real life, Philip apparently did complain about this, according to a 2004 biography. Elizabeth formally decreed a new family surname, Mountbatten-Windsor, in 1960. Did Princess Margaret flirt with a Catholic priest? In The Crown, Princess Margaret, played by Helena Bonham Carter, seen here, flirts with a Catholic priest named Dazzle Jennings and develops feelings for him. In real life, it's not clear just how far Margaret's feelings went for Jennings, but according Richard Cole, to a friend of Jennings, the priest was gay, found refuge in celibacy. Did terrorists kill Lord Mountbatten? In The Crown, Lord Mountbatten, depicted here by Charles Dance, is fishing with his family when his boat explodes. Mountbatten, along with 2 children, are killed. In real life, this shocking incident was widely reported at the time. The IRA took credit for the attack and the perpetrator was later arrested. There was a ceremonial funeral at Westminster Abbey. Did an avalanche nearly kill Charles? In The Crown, amid the drama of Diana and Charles fighting, Charles nearly dies in an avalanche, and his friend, Major Hugh Lindsay, dies. In real life, it happened. Charles, along with a guide and a group of friends, excluding Diana, were on the slopes in Switzerland when an avalanche came. They all survived except for Lindsay. Pictured here is Charles on the slopes in the 80s. Were 2 disabled sisters abandoned by the royals? In The Crown, Princess Margaret is shocked to discover that she has 2 disabled maternal cousins, once reported dead, who are actually in an institution. Margaret confronts Elizabeth, who defends the decision. Margaret then sends a friend to visit them. In real life, it's true that the sisters were institutionalized from a young age, reported dead, and essentially abandoned. The story was outlined via, among other sources, a Channel 4 documentary, The Queen's Hidden Cousins, which aired in 2011. But there's no evidence that Margaret intervened. The Royal Earlswood mental hospital they were at is pictured above. Did Elizabeth and Philip once face an angry elephant? In The Crown, Elizabeth and Philip tour Kenya and face an angry bull elephant. Philip's steady response saves her life. In real life, Elizabeth did go on a tour to see elephants, but there's no evidence any charged her or that Philip intervened. Here's the couple in 2017 meeting and feeding an Asian elephant at a zoo in Dunstable, England. Did Prince Philip refuse to kneel for his wife? In The Crown, Prince Philip asks Elizabeth if he can forego kneeling to her at her upcoming coronation and is denied. He kneels, bitterly. In real life, he didn't refuse, and it's unlikely that there was any drama whatsoever about the royal protocol. He's pictured here kneeling for his wife at her coronation in 1953. Did Charles hate his school? In The Crown, Prince Philip sends Charles to Gordonstoun School, where is verbally abused and bullied. When he complains to Philip, he calls Charles bloody weak. In real life, reportedly, Elizabeth actually watched this episode and disliked it. As for Charles, he has downplayed reports that he hated Gordonstoun, but other former students have aired their own accusations of abuse against the institution, and Charles sent his own kids to a different school. Did Queen Elizabeth fight with Jackie Kennedy? In The Crown, Elizabeth is delighted to meet John and Jackie Kennedy in 1961. Then she discovers that Jackie has insulted her, and she is hurt. In real life, it probably didn't happen exactly like that. Some biographers claim that Jackie Kennedy was less than impressed by the monarch and the furnishings at Buckingham Palace. Regardless, there was definitely no overt rivalry. The real-life meeting is pictured here. Did the Queen forbid Princess Margaret to marry? In The Crown. The first season of The Crown details a relationship between the divorced Peter Townsend and Princess Margaret. They're depicted in the show by Ben Miles and Vanessa Kirby, seen here. Elizabeth formally forbids Margaret from marrying Townsend because of his divorce. In real life, it was way more complicated. While Margaret was initially forbidden to marry him, by Parliament, not the Queen, she could have given up her spot in the line of royal succession to marry whoever she wanted. But Margaret ended the relationship and remained in the line of succession. Did Princess Diana have bulimia? In The Crown, Princess Diana is seen engaging in harmful behaviors like making herself throw up. Diana is seen here as depicted by Emma Corrin. In real life, Diana definitely struggled with an eating disorder. She said so herself, and said the family knew about her binging and purging. Did Princess Margaret get raunchy with President Lyndon Johnson? In The Crown, Margaret charms the president with dirty jokes, drinks, singing, and dancing. In real life, Margaret and her then husband, Lord Snowdon, did go to an event at the White House, and President Johnson did reportedly enjoy the royals a lot. But there's no evidence that anything scandalous happened. Was the Duke of Windsor a Nazi? In The Crown, the Duke of Windsor, the Queen's uncle, who had abdicated the throne in 1936, asks her for more royal duties. But British intelligence discovers the Marburg files, in which the Duke appears to sympathize with Nazis. An angry Elizabeth dismisses the Duke from the family. The former king is portrayed by Alex Jennings, pictured here. In real life, the Marburg files are definitely real. But while Elizabeth did admonish her uncle, she never fully banished him. He remained in contact with his family throughout his life and occasionally made official appearances. And there you have it, an immersive journey through the historical landscapes that shaped The Crown. If this exploration sparked your curiosity, hit that thumbs up and share your insights in the comments below. Connect with fellow history enthusiasts and share the love by sharing this video. For more in-depth historical explorations, check out our playlist. As we conclude this chapter, goodbye from our side, signing off. Stay curious, stay informed, and let's continue unraveling the tapestry of our shared history. Until our next adventure through time, farewell.